What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? Real Dean, what's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Yeah, coming from the car at my kid's football practice, and well, my daughter. I'm over at her cheer practice right now. I'm just chilling in the car because I did not feel like getting bit up by mosquitoes. What's good, everybody? What's good? Definitely didn't want to get ate up by mosquitoes today. Did not want that to happen. But yeah, man, just wanted to talk with y'all real quick while I got a few minutes. Um, Wanted to chat with y'all about, this music game, man. Like it was just sitting on my mind right now. Somebody asked me a question. It was like, Bolo, is it harder in the music game now than it was when you first started out? And to be honest with you, uh, it's much harder now because of how things are, how the way music has changed over the years. But I do want to say this: whatever level that you're on in music, it's going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Whatever level that you're on, if you're not doing it as a hobby. Now, if you're just doing it as a hobby, that's one thing. But if you're trying to do this to actually make a living and make some money, doesn't matter if you're on the lower level, the intermediate level, or the top tier level. It's going to be a hard grind. It's going to be a hard shake. You know what I'm saying, for anybody. And I think a lot of people right now, they fail to understand that. Like I was fortunate to start when I started. I don't think my music career would have been the way it is now if I would have started any earlier or any later, which I was kind of a late starter. I started when I was 20, but I did, I played music in church and stuff like that. So I had a musical background, but I didn't start in this music game until later on. Like a lot of people starting like 10, 11, 12 years old now. And I went through pretty much every phase of the music. Like I went through the analog phase. I went through the digital phase to now. You know what I'm saying? And when everything was kind of crossing over, I went through the tape phase, the CD phase, to now the streaming phase. I went through the whole thing, and now I see how this thing is right now. I see what it's about. And when I was doing it as a hobby, when I first got started, it was one thing because it was fun. I was just making music, and I just wanted to hear myself rapping, even though I really couldn't rap like that. But But you know, and to answer your question, no, I was not plugged in at all. I was doing it in my college dorm, and once I got started with that, what I'm saying, I ended up kind of doing my own thing. And as time went on, I kind of learned more and more about the game, and I started wanting to make money in the game, and it was a struggle. Like it really was a struggle. But I learned how to do it because I was selling CDs. I was physically out selling CDs and trying to, press up my own copies and everything. So I kind of learned a little bit of business with it. And it was hard because people didn't want to get free CDs, let alone try to buy CDs. So like if I was trying to sell 10 CDs for $5, man, like I used to get cussed out, all type of stuff. But I really wanted to be, what I'm saying, I really wanted to be in the music game like that. And I wanted to be, known for what I do. And I lost a lot of money. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, like from probably 2005 until now on music equipment and everything, I probably spent well over 175, almost $200,000 in just music equipment, moving around, flying, going back and forth. I spent a lot of money doing this, and that's just from the bottom half all the way up to now. And at the end of the day, like when I was first starting out, it was so hard because nobody really didn't want to hear my music. And then it was hard to get in touch with people because, IG and stuff like that wasn't around like that, and everybody was just so cliquish at the time, which it still is right now. And then, I finally got my big break. And then once I got into the music business, it was actually like a little bit harder because I actually got into the real business of music, and I got messed over a few times. I ain't gonna lie. So it was pretty hard for me. And then now that I'm at the point now to where I got a few plaques now, I sold, 13, almost 14, 15 million records. I'm working on that right now, my lawyer, to get my rightful rights on some other songs that I get credited for. But now that I'm in this situation, it's even harder because, you're dealing with people who expect more out of you now. They expect you to be a professional now that you've sold that amount of records and everything like that. And it's like a lot of weight sometimes is on my shoulders because I feel like I'm not doing enough. When in the beginning it was just having fun and just trying to get to that point. But now it's different. You know what I'm saying? I feel the pressure of everything right now. It's not like a depression or nothing like that. It's just the pressure of trying to, pump out and do the right things and take care of my business at this point. But and then add in a little YouTube. Like I do the YouTube because it's fun. Like it's fun doing YouTube. I'm not really concerned about the numbers and nothing like that. I just like to do the videos because I basically live like a retiree. So I have nothing but time on my hands every day to make these videos. So I try to do as best as I can for you guys. And then that started becoming a little pressure. But then I kind of folded back from that. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna, have this type of pressure on me right now. But at the end of the day, I feel like regardless of what you guys do, if you guys want to be successful, it's going to be a grind no matter if you're at the bottom, the middle, or the top. And the top is going to be the hardest. When you get to the top, you're going to have to work 2 or 3 times, 4 times, 10 times as hard as you did at the bottom because now people are expecting you to become and be that person that they expect you to be. And I think a lot of times that people don't understand that. I think a lot of times people just think that it's once you get to the top, you can just kind of chill. Nah, it's gonna be more. And when I first started out, it was a grind because when I started out, it was just doing this for fun and and just pumping out certain songs or whatever, and it was cool. But then when you get to like the intermediate and the top tier level, now people are expecting you. Like when they ask you for something, they're like, Bolo, I need this or such and such, I need that. They're gonna expect you to bring that that greatness to every time you do it. And so a lot of times it's like a lot of added pressure to do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's a lot of pressure doing that. But you know, pressure makes diamonds. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Pressure makes diamonds. And I think with a lot of you guys who are struggling with, wondering if this music thing is for you or if it's not for you, I'm here to tell you this. It's gonna be hard. But the road that you go on, that hard road, that hard and bumpy road is going to be some of the best times that you've ever had. It's going to be some times that you would never, ever forget. It's going to be times where you probably go to a club to perform or play your beats or do something and people are not liking it, or it might be 3 people there, or they might cancel on you at the last minute, or it might be times where you think you're going to get this big placement and it never comes through, or it might be time where you think you're going to work with this big artist and the artist flakes on you, or it might be a time where you travel somewhere and then people flake on you when you get there, or it might be a time where your equipment fails on you. All that type of stuff is going to happen. It's going to happen. But the journey is going to be so great. You know what I'm saying? When you look back on it and say, you know what, I at least tried. And I think if enough of you guys understood, like just the giving the effort of the situation, just like going through it and just giving the effort of becoming great in this, like I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, the rewards are great. And I'm not just talking about the monetary and the plaques and all that stuff. Just the reward, you can tell people like I actually put out a physical project, or I actually went in the studio and did my thing. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are doing it right now, but just imagine all that time that you spend and you finally get that big reward. And I remember somebody telling me a long time ago, Kevin Shakespeare Briggs, man, my dog, he told me straight up, he was like, listen, that 99% is going to be tough, it's going to be hard, and you're not going to like it. But that 1% success is going to out trump all of that. It's going to out trump all of that pain, suffering, and everything. But then you're going to have along the way. And I have a ton of memories along the way. You know what I'm saying? A ton of memories. And I can tell you guys right now, it's nothing better for me to walk into my big old house and walk down to my studio and see my plaques down there, and go to my other studio and all my properties and stuff I got. And I look at all those times and all those uphill battles and all that stuff. And it's like, man, I'm here. And I'm talking to you guys right now because I didn't really have people. I didn't really have people, you know what I'm saying, around me like that to really just, to really just help me out and guide me along the way. There's a lot of people that came and went. But when I figured out I can do things on my own, man, things just got so much better, man. They got so much better. And then I assembled, my own team, and I did my own thing my way. It might have took me a little longer, but the reward was much bigger. And then right now I'm here talking to you guys. I'm very passionate about this because, I remember just even doing the YouTube, I felt like, oh, I need to buy all this equipment. I had to do this, I had to do that and do this. But really, the best way doing this YouTube is just connecting with you guys, even just like this with the lives. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times just being in the music thing is just all about just being organic and just being who you are and not being anything else but who you are. And that's what I want you guys to understand. Be who you are. Be successful in what you do, no matter what tier of this music industry that you're in. Feel like you're successful. Claim that you're successful. Claim how much money you want to make. Claim how you want your career to be. Because when you do that, you take extra steps to actually get there. Okay? You have to understand that you're going to have to take extra steps to get to where you want to be. But if you're saying, oh, my beats are not good enough. Oh, I don't know if it's going to happen. No, you got to say, I'm going to work with such and such. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You're going to do it. No matter if you're on the low tier, the mid tier, the top tier, you have to be that type of person that's going to say what is going to happen. And when you do that, even if it doesn't happen, you're going to advance your career because you're going to be thinking at a higher state of mind than where you're at. If you say, I want to learn how to play the piano, don't say, I want to. Say, I am going to learn how to play the piano. I am going to make better beats. I am going to be a better engineer. I am going to do that. If you say that type of stuff, things will be better. Okay? Things will definitely be better for you. It's going to be better in your whole music game, your life, or whatever. And it's not just music, it's whatever. You're going to do it. That's the way you need to say it. I always said before, like I'm gonna get 100,000 followers on YouTube, and it happened. And I told myself I'm gonna sell a whole bunch of records, and it happened. It didn't happen the way I thought. It just happened. But I had to agree with me. You can't disagree with yourself. You have to agree with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And when you do that, I'm telling you, everything is going to be good. Everything is going to be good. But yeah, I just want to come on here real quick on live, man. I just want to just, take some time. It's starting to get dark now. I know they're about to get out of practice. I might come on live again, but I might do more lives just sitting in the car, man, talking to you guys, man, and just trying to motivate you guys as much as possible. But man, hey, listen, believe in yourself, work hard because the road going is going to be an uphill battle either way you do it. Just keep working hard, keep doing what you do, and things will get better. Appreciate everybody who donated to the chat. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for listening to me. And I'll be back on here again soon. And yeah, believe in yourselves. Work hard because the more and more that you get in this game, the harder and harder you're going to work. And just understand that everything is going to be all right. All right? Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys learned something from it. Like I always say, peace out.